Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Log execute.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we took on the Ecruteak City Gym, where we faced down Morty and his ghost types. Through a fiendishly clever strategy, we managed to get in and get out without losing anyone. As you can see from my sidebar, I have changed around my team by bringing Jason back in and ditching McBeal. McBeal served her purpose, and I'm glad for her, but her adamant nature would only hold her back going forward, so we're just going to be progressing forward with this team for right now. So, the Johto region has pretty much opened up for us, but before I do anything, there are technically two places I could go. I could go to the left of Ecruteak City and go get myself some Pokemon there and progress forward toward the next gym, which is quite a bit of a ways off. But for right now, I'm gonna go to the east of Ecruteak, and we're gonna be first going into here, Mount Mortar. We're gonna be seeing if we can find a new Pokemon to catch. There are things you can do in here, but I'm not gonna be exploring here on screen. I'm gonna mainly save this for off screen. And ooh, Machop, and a female at that. Well, this should be pretty good. Well, let's see if we can catch it. Luckily, I have Jin and his false swipe, so I can easily take down into 1 HP. Not as good as putting a Pokemon to sleep, but it's better than nothing. Anyway, with that, we can now use a Pokeball, but what Pokeball to use? You know what? Let's see if we can get a Friend Ball. I know that you're not a Happiness Evolution, but I don't know what I'm going to be teaching you, so who knows, maybe you could be our friend. Yes! Okay, good. A Machop. Well, that's going to be interesting to add to the team. Well, maybe. I'm not sure. But I have just the name for you. Not that. Now that I think about it. Let's go with... This might also be a bit obvious, but I don't really care. Jolene. Okay, Jolene. Got you in the box. With that, we can now move on. So with that taken care of, I'm just going to quickly throw up a Repel, a Super Repel. I did buy a few of these after the events of last episode, because there is quite a bit I want to do today, and I don't want to be constantly running into wild Pokemon. So we're just going to make our way east. You will need Surf to be able to progress any further down this route, and having Cut would also be helpful for any little detours, but I'm not going to be focusing on catching any Pokemon on this route. I'm mainly just going to be getting my way through the route, because there is one major thing that I want to take care of. That is further east. I'm going to be avoiding trainers as best I can. There is only one Pokemon I could catch on that route if I go in the grass, that being Mankey, and I just got Machop, so I think I'll be pretty good for now. Sorry, I probably should point out, there is a gym in this town, Mahogany Town, but as we can clearly see, it's being blocked off, which is pretty much the case for most gyms. You can't really challenge them right away, which is rather interesting. And what is also interesting is this tree. That sure doesn't look natural, but I guess we can't really do anything in the town for right now. Can't progress further right, because I can tell that that guy over there is going to keep us from progressing right. So let's go up to Route 43. And I'm just going to bypass her, and let's see if we can just make our way through the grass, maybe find something new to maybe take an interest in. Okay, have you already, thankfully. There is one Pokemon here that I can catch since it is currently day. I know that it's twilight right now, but it's really only going to affect one Pokemon that I can get here. There are technically two on this route that I could catch, and it's not you, thankfully, because I did level Peter up off screen. Some people might have a problem with me leveling up Pokemon off screen, but I personally don't see much of an issue with it. I mean, if push comes to shove, they'll be brought back onto the team, and I'm sure you'd rather them be up to snuff and able to actually allow me to make progress, rather than weak. Granted, if they do have a evolution that isn't normally seen... Whoa! Okay, a Girafarig. I've never actually gotten one of these, so it's going to be pretty interesting if I can manage to catch this. Well, let's go with Full Swipe. This is a normal Psychic type, so it would have been very useful in that Ghost Gym, but I guess we can't really get everything we want. Anyway, let's do another Full Swipe. And doing Outer Sleuth, so I could use that Stomp on Ghost types if I wanted to. That's pretty interesting. Alright, well, I'm not going to waste any time with a Friend Ball or a Moon Ball or anything like that. I'm just going to go with one of these Ultra Balls I bought from the Goldenrod department store. Very expensive, but should be worth it. Thank goodness. Alright. Alright, well, I don't really have a name in mind for you either, but... yeah, I'm just going to go with a simple Swahili name for it. The Swahili word for giraffe, Twiga. I know, call me unoriginal, but I really didn't want to deal with any long nicknames for this thing if I did manage to catch it, and I didn't honestly have anything better. So with that, I can now actually throw up another repel so that we don't run into anything new. And I'm going to keep Jin in the front for now, because I'm pretty sure that we'll have at least one fight to take care of. And here we are at the Lake of Rage, another new area that we can catch things at. And as we can see from the edge of this lake, there is a red Gyarados there. This is the guaranteed shiny Pokemon that I was talking about all that time ago. And it should prove to be rather interesting to try and catch, but I'm going to bypass it for right now because most people are so concerned with catching the Gyarados the first time they come here that they completely neglect this, because you can only get to this area when it's raining like this, and it's always raining when you first come here. So I'm going to go here and grab the Choice Specs. These are a very useful item. Increases your special attack by 1.5 times its value, but the Pokemon that holds it will be locked into using a single move for the rest of the duration. So, high risk, high reward, pretty useful. I'm not sure if I will make much use of them, but better to have it and not need... better to need it, or, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, I always say. Anyway, with that taken care of, I'm gonna quickly swap Jin for Langstrom. And just because I'm a bit OCD about this, I'm not necessarily... like, it doesn't bother me so much, but I just kind of like keeping things in order, at least for the important, or I guess not important, but I find the order relevant to their position in my team. Jeez. Slow down. Jeez. Okay. Yasha. Okay, well, we're fighting a red Gyarados now. And it looks pretty good. Hopefully I can catch it. Now, I do have Thunderbolt on this, but I'm pretty sure that I'd end up killing it, so I'm just gonna use Thunder Wave. Or hope that Static activates. Nope. Okay, that's good. I'm a bit worried about fighting this thing because it does have pretty good strength. But now that I've lowered its speed, I'm gonna throw Langstrom in because I don't think anything else can really stand up to that fight. Twister, 40 power Dragon type move, doesn't do a lot of damage because Gyarados doesn't have good special attack, but could be dangerous against anything Dragon type that you have. Gonna use Confuse Ray to just confuse it, make it use its own attack stat against it. Granted, if it hits itself too hard, that could be a bad thing, but I don't see any issues coming from this, especially seeing as it's now paralyzed and confused. So we're just gonna try Bite, because maybe that'll get it to flinch and make this all the easier on us. Yikes, that is very powerful. I do not want to risk... Okay, I think I'm gonna heal now, because I know that if it bites again, it might just crit me. Because I know my luck with these things. So let's just use a Super Potion on Langstrom. And I did give him the King's Rock, so he should be able to flinch pretty easily with whatever move he uses. Granted, I don't think King's Rock stacks with Bite, but it should be okay. And I did get that King's Rock from the Pokeathlon Dome. You can also get one from the Slowpoke Welland. Oh geez, didn't expect it to be gotten one ball. Well, this is good. I was expecting a bit more fight, but alright. Oh, I have a name for you too. It's actually the first nickname that I ever used on this thing back in the day. Not actually. Yeah. Sorry, not gonna use the alternate name, but I think I've got just what to call you. Berserker, because you were always rampaging and honestly you were kind of scary. And we got the red scale. You'll want to make note of that for later because it is a very particular key item that you'll want to have on you. And with that, I've also technically gotten rid of Magikarp from my Pokedex, so don't have to, just because of how my addendums to my species clause work. Anyway, with that, I can ignore this Magikarp. And we see that we've drawn quite the crowd, or at least one specific audience member. Let's talk to this guy. That red Gyarados wasn't acting right, as I feared. Somebody must have forced it to evolve. Did you come here because of the wild tales? No, I just came here on my own volition. You're Seipher? I'm Lance, a trainer like you. Lance, I beat you. I mean, I know I have a new outfit and everything, but you surely you recognize me. I heard some rumbling, so I came to investigate. I saw the way you battled earlier, Seipher. I can tell that you're a trainer with considerable skill. Dude, I beat you before. Why are you acting like you've never met me before? If you don't mind, could you help me investigate? Sure, why not? Excellent. It seems that the Lake of Rage's magic carp are being forced to evolve. A mysterious radio broadcast coming from Mahogany is probably the cause. Okay, I don't see how those two things are connected. And that's a suspicious souvenir shop. You're talking about that building that was right near that tree that had clear radio antenna sticking out of it? I'll be waiting for you in Mahogany, Seipher. And he flew off. Alright, well, with that, I'm gonna quickly swap Jason to the back. And I know that Ash is leading, but I want to keep Jin in the front for right now. Because I actually gave him a metal coat that I also got from the Pokéathlon Dome in between episodes. And I want to see if I can get into at least one fight with him. Because I know that with the Universal Pokemon Randomizer, that instead of trading with a metal coat to evolve him, that I can just... Would you get this? Some red-haired kid made fun of my precious Pokemon. Oh boy, this guy ran into Scarlet. My Pokemon's great. Alright, well, let's see what Pokemon Scarlet made fun of. Granted, he's got a pretty solid team, at least he would if he wasn't such a hate-filled little red-haired stepchild. Nidoking. Okay, that's actually pretty respectable. I don't know why he would make fun of that. Has a lot of good coverage, has some decent stats. But I think I've got it beat with my Jin here. One short Swords Dance should do it, and you're wasting time with Focus Energy. Let's go with a Wing Attack, Jin. It is a little weird seeing that animation with a Seipher, but whatever. And with that, Jin has gotten a level up. My Nidoking was outstanding. Yeah, not really, but... And here we go. Jin is evolving. Thank you for that metal coat, Pokéathlon Dome, because now we've got a Pokemon that I've never used before. A Scizor. I've always wanted to use it, but trade evolutions have always been outside my reach before I got access to the Universal Pokemon Randomizer, so... Should be interesting to see how we do with this. Let's see what Jin thinks. Staring into the depths. Okay, that's odd. I guess you're just soaking in the silence of the moment of finally being evolved. And I'm just gonna bypass that guy. I'll probably come back and deal with these trainers off screen. You don't want to go into this building right here for very specific reasons. You want to wait until after you've dealt with what Lance was talking about. Just going to save you getting some money stolen from you that you weren't expecting to get stolen. So yeah, just bypass that building. Don't use it to go up. Just go through the grass. At least for right now. And then jump down the ledge when you're ready to head back, because you don't want to go in that building. This one, you can do just fine. Frankly, if Team Rocket had... well, I guess there's no use in hiding it. If you go through that gate up there, it's being taken over by 2 Team Rocket grunts who will steal money from you as a toll. Anyway, we're just gonna quickly rush into here and see what we can do. Or see what is going on in his shop. Whoa. Dragonite Hyper Beam. Whoa, dude, you just had your Dragonite attack a human with a move that is 150 power. What the heck? What took you so long, Seipher? What's with you, Lance? You're going medieval on these guys. Just as I thought, that strange radio signal is coming from here. And that, I'm guessing you pushed him out of the way? The stairs are right here. Seipher, we should split up to check this place. I'll go first. Okay, well. Are you okay, guy? You did just get hyper beamed, and this house is somehow still standing. That guy's dragon-type Pokemon are tough. Okay. What do you have to say about all this? Arg, you found the secret stairway. How did you do that? I thought it was camouflaged so well. Alright, well, seeing as we have Lance to thank for showing us a hidden stairway, I can only imagine from what I said earlier about Team Rocket extorting a toll that this is their doing, so next time we will get to the bottom of this place and see what it is that Team Rocket's really doing here. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.